Welcome back to Northwest Airguns. I'm John, and we've gotten as far as box 4 in this collection of airguns that Airgun Charlie had accumulated. And we're going to go through box 4 pretty quickly and maybe get into box 5. I'm not sure if I'm going to break them up or keep them together, but in any event, we're going to organize this a little different. Here's some daisies, and I put all the daisies that were in box 4 out here together. There's a couple things here that are interesting. Of course, this one is a double barrel, a Model 25, and you don't see these very often. I believe this is a custom job by virtue of the fact that they used hardware store screws on it, and for some reason never put the nuts on the other side. It lacks the tubes or the magazines that go and the barrels that go into each side of these tubes, so it doesn't work. And I'm looking at it thinking this was actually two different versions of the Model 25 based on the kind of the it's not engraving, but the markings here, and the fact that the rear sights are offset like that. So I'm not sure what's going on with this thing. Again, somebody had a good idea that we'll customize these and we'll make them double barrel and it'll be really cool. But I've never seen one like this. So again, it was an idea that maybe didn't need to be pursued. Yeah, Model 25 times 2 double barrel. So we got that one, and I don't know, I'm tempted to leave it the way it is, but I may pull it apart and get two of these. These were guns that I had as a kid, and I don't have one actually. Surprised that there wasn't one in the collection, so I may resurrect these as two individual Model 25 or 25s. Sorry. Let's see, this is a fairly recent gun. This is just a power line, a 2001. I can't find any information about it, but it looks like a lot of the other power lines. I don't think that one's anything special. This one here is kind of interesting. It's a Model 572 Daisy Hedden from Rogers, Arkansas there. And let's see. Yeah, it's a pump gun, and I don't. It feels like you pump it the opposite way than you normally would, and it doesn't cock the trigger. And I'm not sure what's going on, but it's kind of a cool looking gun. I mean, I can see why it would be have appeal to certain people, because it does kind of resemble some of the 22 long rifle pump guns. So kind of cool, but it doesn't work. So set that one over there. This is a Montgomery Ward version of a Daisy. It's made by Daisy, but I'm pretty sure it was for Montgomery Ward. You can just barely see the Orn in Hawthorne here, which was what the Montgomery Ward's people branded their pellet and BB guns. Yeah, Daisy Model 95 through Montgomery Ward's. So it's kind of it's a nice, fun gun. What can you say about something like this? It's just a BB gun is what it is. Here is a Safari, I think it is. Yeah, Safari model of from Daisy. Needs work, it says. You can see it's got some pitting here. It's not in real good shape. And I don't know much about these. The cocking lever is here. So another Daisy. And then this one, this is actually kind of a cool gun. He calls this a Model 95 Golden Eagle. 95B. I don't know all about that, but it's got the wood stock and the wood forestock. And it's just kind of a cool BB gun. And I could see getting something like this for your grandkids or something. And those are the daisies, and I wanted to get those out of the way, and we'll move on to some other guns. This is the Crosman Model 1077. These you find everywhere. You probably trip on them as you walk around the neighborhood. They're pretty common. So that's a pretty basic gun. I think everybody's got one of those. Then we have a Model 180. This is an older one, I think, single powerlet through stock safety. So pretty basic gun. Missing the cap on the tube here. And then the last one of these CO2 guns from Crosman is this Model 99, which is a lever action. It's kind of a, it's got a lot of weight to it, this gun does. And it's got the wood finish, or wood stock here, wood forestock. This is a repeater, and it has a kind of a magazine here for the pellets. It's 22 caliber. And then as you cycle through, you can see the, well, let me pull in on that. We'll take a quick look at it. Okay, so this is the Model 99. It's got a repeater with a magazine here. It's CO2 powered. The CO2 goes underneath in here, and then you can tighten it to pierce it. This one's missing the cover for the bottom here. Basically how the magazine and repeating function works is that you've got pellets here in the magazine. It's spring-loaded, pushing the pellet forward. And as you cock the gun, you can see this shuttle moves over and then back to align the pellet with the barrel. So that's kind of a cool gun. It's actually got, it feels like the real deal. I think this was modeled after a Savage rifle, a lever action hunting rifle. But it's kind of a cool gun. Charlie had this $140. Now that would be dandy. The Model 180 here, 3 power settings. He didn't put a price on. He didn't bother to put a price on the 1077. Okay, so this is the last part of box number 4. And you can see we've got 2 more of these Crosman 101s. I don't know how many that makes, 5 or 6 or something. These may actually work. Let me see here. Of course, you have to cock it first. Well, it's putting some pressure back on me. So maybe it does work. Yeah, that one does. So a couple of these work anyway. And this is actually in pretty good shape. It looks to me like somebody's refinished the metal parts, or at least part of them. But the stock is pretty nice, in good shape. And this one works good, he says. And is this one, oops, got a little bit of a droopy lever there, but I think this one might be, I'm going to have to take a look at this. It might be a 177, which would mean it's not a Model 101. It would be, he says it's a Crosman 101 177 pellet. Clean and fixed, still leaks. So he didn't quite get it completed, but again, this one is intact except for missing the bolt, of course, here, and then it's missing the sight. So everything else is there. This might be one that we would pair up with another gun to come up with a complete one. But the stock is nice. There's nothing particularly wrong with the metal. It's just, got a lot of these been marked up pretty badly. And then we have these two 622s. These are in pretty good shape. They both have the magazines, which is, what gets lost most often with these 622s. So they're in good shape. The wood looks good. I don't know if they hold gas or how they function yet. I'll have to check them out. And I think I mentioned the other day that I like to, if I come across a Trapmaster, the 1100 Crosman shotgun, I like to pair it up with one of these and send it down to Mac 1 Airgun shop, and he'll do, the valve work on it. They're both, if you can see, they're both the clamshell style of receiver, which I don't personally care much for. So let him do that. But while he's at it, he also swaps the springs out of this one into the Trapmaster and out of the Trapmaster into the 622. And both of them become better. The Trapmaster's more pleasant, and this gets more powerful. So anyway, these are kind of fun guns. And then last, I was happy to see we have another Benjamin 342. And these are really, the multi-pump pneumatics. I always like these guns here. It has a little bit of a wobble going on with the lever, but the lever looks like it's in good shape. I don't know if that's something I can correct or not, but anyway, this is a nice find to find this one in here. Okay, so there's box 4, and we've got one more box, box 5 to finish, and then some odds and ends boxes. We have a parts gun box and a what he calls a gun show box. So the gun show box is one he used to take to Airgun shows and lay out on the table all those guns and try and sell them. And I'm not sure what we have in there, but we'll take a look at that one next.